lemons. Doing pretty good. That one's not doing as good as the other. Limes are doing pretty good. Again, this one's not as good as the last one. The old blueberries are doing great, as long as we can keep the birds off of them. Still got to get the olive trees in the ground. They're haven't decided where I want them. The figs are doing well. They've been doing the best out of everything. That rooster needs his head cut off. He's going with some dumplings. Says pigs are doing good. Grapefruits are greening up. Caterpillars, I'm trying to watch them. I noticed that all my citrus has had these caterpillars. We're gonna get some dust and dust them. They're blooming. The oranges are looking the worst. They've been hit by the caterpillars the most, but still we're dusting them. Not many leaves. These are pink lemons, and they are doing absolutely great. Minimal caterpillars on these guys. But like I said, both of them are doing great. Hefty thorns. Raspberries didn't take it all, but the muscadines are blowing up. We moved quite a bit of dirt this weekend. Just filling in low spots, getting things lined out, shaping up around the pool. These are pear trees are fairly healthy. They're growing. That one's about 10 foot tall. There's another pair. The peach trees, well, had a few blooms. They act like they want to bloom, but no leaves yet. That's the second peach tree. Mayhaws, they're doing really well. Haven't taken them out of the pots yet because I want to plant them over there in a damper area, but we need to really push that stuff with the dozer. Dozer will be up and running this week, new motor. And these are plums. Plums are doing really well. No critters. It's a second plum. This is our firewood area. We've managed to stack some wood, several cords of wood. We got a lot more. That's just scraps. We give that to the neighbors. We're going to be pushing this burn pile onto that burn pile and moving it another 100 yards over, getting it ready to shape up and burn down. This hard clay is really setting up well. Not quite ready to plant seed for grass yet because we have lots of dirt that we need to push. We're going to push dirt into about 10 foot into the neighbor's yard, build their property up so everything flows nice and great. We're not going to cause any issues with them. We're making sure we drain that all out. Have a nice little slope out here. The pond, we've been shaping up around it a little bit. Due to the wet weather, we got rid of the excavator pretty quick. We still need to push that way another 20-30 feet, and it will be about 30 to 50 foot wide, just depending. That'll give us a good size. This area right here is kind of it's a shallow shelf. We're going to trim that down and then create a wall so we can put some plants and stuff right here. But the clay, heavy clay, is setting up really well. We we break the surface, shape it out, and then once we hit the wet clay, we let it dry out for a couple of days, and we hit it again. But like I said, just shaping everything out mainly right now. This is the game plan. This is kind of a ramp that kind of goes down. It's about 19 to 20 foot area. This is about a 19 to 20 foot area. This kind of slopes down into it, and then it has a big shelf that drops off. But we're just, like I said, we're tapering around, cleaning things up, just making sure that we can get everything the way we really want it. Again, this is some fresh dirt that we moved. It's drying really fast. That pile. We burned a lot of underbrush this weekend. We'll be restacking. We'll push all these piles into one once the dozer's back up and running, and we'll burn them down. We had some really nice magnolias that we decided to keep. Monster magnolia over there. But a couple of these smaller pines and a couple of these smaller oaks are going to go ahead and come down. That way we can make way for, actually where those burn piles are, there'll be a garden there. So just a little bit at a time on this part. And then everything, all the design for the other property, it's going well. We have some canopy that we still need to trim so that we can shoot elevations. But other than that, everything seems to be good. We have enough firewood to last ourselves and a couple of neighbors for quite a while. We share that stuff with those guys. We got some really great neighbors. They really don't, they feel as if they're imposing if they take anything from us. But I mean, everybody's working together. We have an abundance of eggs in our hen house, so we share those, and it won't be long. We'll have an abundance of fruit. But this area will be filled in. All of this will be pushed out. That will be pushed out way past those pines, and then we'll level it all out, slope everything towards the pond, and we'll have a garden right here. I was going to try to keep that pine, but unfortunately it's not going to make the cut. We got a few things that we got to get rid of, and all this is going to get cleaned up and graded out. Four-wheelers and side-by-sides have really kind of rutted it up a little bit, but it's just part of it. Kids are being kids. So this is a damp area. I've been filling it up. Chicken coop. The chickens really love the new extension. Believe it or not, since we added the extension, we haven't had any raccoons back over here, so we've been fortunate with that. But this little dude is mean as hell, and these are gooseberry plants. I'm hoping they take. These right here are coffee. They're coffee plants. This one's struggling, but the other ones are doing pretty good. And then I brought some mint from up by the greenhouse. It ought to take off and just blow things up. That rooster is a pain in the butt, and he lets you know that. We've got to get the old coop cleaned out. Hey, buddy. Get the old coop cleaned out, get all that old hay out, and give them something to chew on. But like I said, the chickens are really producing. It's time to get eggs today. We got a couple of them sitting. We've got one nesting box that we're going to see if we can get them to hatch, and we'll have some more little egg layers coming around here. This has been a real damp spot. We didn't pull any trees out over here. Buried the skid steer right here. Had to get Harley Pym over here with his excavator. He pulled me out as a favor, and you know, it was crazy because that skid steer was buried. But lots of wild blackberries, excuse me. We're gonna get all the weeds thinned out, and then we're going to get some trellises put up so that we can actually become a little more organized over here. But this was always just a big dirt pile. Real soft spots over here, super soft spot right there. But this is all area that we're going to be building up. Lots of that dirt from over there is going to be coming back this way, and that's the area. That's our property. But you know, these neighbors wanted to keep a little bit of a buffer zone, and you know, because they asked, and they're so great to get along with, I obliged. We will thin out some of the brush just so that it's more organized, and we may move the woodshed over here so they can benefit from the wood also. But I mean, it's a nice canopy. It's just being neighborly. I mean, if you get what you get, if you don't pitch a fit, that's what my kids always said. So these neighbors have been great. The other ones not so great, but it's all good. But we'll be filling this in, and then like I said, we'll be thinning all this stuff out so the blackberries can grow and we can utilize them. But a couple of bad trees we got to take down. That sweet gum's got to come down. That sweet gum's got to come down, and then we've got dead trees over there. We got to bring it down. We may thin out some of these branches just so we get some sun in here, dry it up. But for the most part, everything's really moving along well. We've built this up a little bit, and we've kind of got a natural drain going where we need it to. So well, here comes trouble. These damn kids, they're dirt bikes. But no, we've been just steady working on our little homestead, our little and the great thing is we're gonna have more than enough. We give about 5 neighbors partake in the eggs. We don't charge them for it. Just being neighborly. I mean, that's what you do. That's what you're supposed to do. Everybody's supposed to help each other out, and everybody over here is really good about helping each other out. So just an awesome little deal, and we're working on it. Like I said, this whole section will be cleaned out and leveled out in the next couple weeks. So we'll the dozer's really gonna make a big difference having it back up and running. But you see we're high here, everything kind of slopes down then picks back up. We're gonna level that all out, create a little swell back towards the pond, and we'll pick all this stuff up and come back towards the pond with another little swell. So it ought to be fun. It's good times, man. Love working on this equipment.